Hi, it's Sandy Wyllie. Welcome to my mental health channel, 50 Shades of Black and White, where I wipe away the stigma of mental illness by talking about my own experiences as a former patient having borderline personality disorder. I talk a lot about narcissism. I talk about other personality disorders, post-traumatic stress, panic attacks, schizophrenia, abuse, therapy, therapists, and a plethora of other topics related to mental health. But I only talk about them as a former patient. I am not a therapist. I do not have a degree in psychology, and so I cannot give you a professional opinion. If you like what you see, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. I'm over 4,000 now. Yay! There's only one request I ask of you. Please be kind. It's so important, to be kind and be respectful in the comments section. Be kind to me. Be kind to other people commenting. We can disagree, but we need to stay respectful. Now, today's topic is going to be how narcissists turn the tables around on you. I got the idea for this because I'm reading a lot of the comments. And I always read your comments, and I always will respond to your comments. Unless, of course, I get like hundreds of comments on a video. Of course, if I get like 100 comments on a certain video, which has never happened, then there's no way I can, address 100 people. But, as long as the comments stay reasonable, I will do my best to respond. Now, a lot of people are saying that, and I'm finding that has been true in my own dealings with narcissistic people, is that they turn the tables around. Now, this is what I mean by turning the tables around. So if the narcissist says something disrespectful, right? Like, say, your boyfriend is coming home from work and you're living together and you want to make this delicious special meal because it's your 1-year dating anniversary. So you go all out. You make prime rib. You make potatoes au gratin. You make this fabulous blue cheese, olive salad. You go all out and you spend a lot of time and thought and care into the menu. And then you serve it to him and he goes, ugh, this meat tastes terrible. You can't cook. They're famous. Narcissists are famous for saying the word can't. You can't, and fill in the blank. So this food is gross. This food is, ugh. Now, of course, you took pride in that meal. It meant something to you, right? You're deeply hurt that he said that. And then, you just get up and you leave the table and, the dinner's ruined, of course. You're not going to eat it because, your stomach is churning. You're too upset. And they're saying, what's wrong with you? You really hurt my feelings. And then they'll say, I was just kidding around. You can't even take a joke. What's wrong with you? You're too sensitive. You see, they'll always come back at you, and they were mean, they were critical, they were cruel, but they'll turn the tables around so that you're the one with the problem, not them. They didn't mean it. They were just joking, or you're too sensitive, See? So now you're feeling, even you're feeling hurt, betrayed, confused, like, he said the meat was too tough. He said I can't cook, You try to make a special evening, but they turn the tables around. So now you're feeling bad because you're responding normally like a normal person would, but they're making you feel guilty for responding that way. They're saying you're a baby. You're too sensitive. It was just a joke. You see? Now, if they have any sense to apologize, the narcissists don't really apologize. You want to know how a narcissistic person apologizes? This is it. They'll say, I'm sorry you feel that way. So none of the blame is on them, okay? They didn't say, I'm sorry I was, cruel. I'm sorry that I said, you can't cook. I think you're a great cook. The meat was a little too tough. I was really tired, and my boss, stressed me out. I mean, that's making excuses. But when you say to someone, I'm sorry that you feel that way, you're turning, it's not an apology at all. You're turning it around and say, gee, I'm sorry, you're too sensitive, or I'm sorry that, you can't take a little criticism, or I'm sorry that you're such a baby. This is not sincere apology, okay? And this is what it's no apology at all, all right? Just because the words I'm sorry are in the sentence does not make it an apology. No, just, listen to what I'm saying here. Just because the words I'm sorry is in the sentence, it doesn't mean that it's an apology. It's not an apology at all. They're turning the tables on you again, saying, I'm sorry you feel that way, So nothing to do with me. It's that, you're the sensitive type. You're the type that can't take a little, criticism. You're the baby. You see? And it's just, it really, after a while, it just gnaws on you, It makes you feel horrible. You feel really down on yourself. It was bad enough that they were critical. And they said, what they said, which was bad enough. But now they have to make it worse. They have to take it up another notch, don't they? They have to make what they said, and blame you for what they said. Another person might say, oh, I'm terribly sorry. I know I hurt you. I shouldn't have done that. I was insensitive. They say I say statements. I'm sorry. I was a jerk. I was insensitive. Of course they might try to explain I was just really, I had a bad day at work. You shouldn't take excuses, but some people might explain when they apologize sincerely that, not trying to make excuses here, but, I just, I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry, but yeah, you shouldn't put a button there. I'm just trying to give the narcissist a little leeway, but there is no leeway for them, is there? So I shouldn't have said that it's okay for someone to make excuses. You know what? If you're really sorry, you should just scratch out what I just said. If you're really sorry, you should just say, I'm sorry, I was a jerk. I shouldn't have said that, okay? The one thing about when I edit these things is I leave in mistakes because, no one's perfect, right? No one's perfect. And I think about what I say, and then, I say, well, wait a minute. You shouldn't be making excuses. If an apology is sincere, you should just say, I'm sorry. I was a jerk. I was insensitive. Instead of saying, the other things I said, I had a really hard day at work. I just think, yeah, it's like, so that doesn't give you carte blanche to treat me like shit, right? When you take someone's excuses. So yeah. So what do you do? What do you do about that? When they turn it around on you, what do you do? I'm telling you what to do, okay? This is what I'm telling you. Don't say anything. Just get up and walk out of that relationship fast. Run. I don't think it's helpful to respond to that kind of criticism from the narcissist. I really don't think it's helpful. to show you're angry, to respond in any way. I just don't think it's good. I don't think you saying anything is good. Narcissists have no empathy. They don't care. Okay, they want to put you down to build themselves up. I think I had this video, yesterday about how to heal from the narcissist. But when they turn the tables around like that, I think it's best not to respond, because when you respond to anyone, like this is what people tell me, okay? People tell me when someone says something mean in the comments, they say, just ignore it, ignore them. They're trying to get a rise out of you. They want to get a rise out of you because they're so miserable themselves. But now I just, hide the comments. But before, I have to admit, in the past, I would respond to the comments, that were negative. And it was really, it was like this back and forth, like a tug of war thing. And it's like, why do I respond? People tell me, don't respond to them. Just don't respond. Okay? Don't. That's my advice to you. When they turn the tables around on you, you're not going to win with them, okay? They got it set up that you're not going to win. So just don't say anything, and get out of that relationship. It's harmful, just get out, If you don't reset, it takes two people to argue and fight, all right? It takes two. So if one person is not saying anything, what are you going to do? Fight with yourself? See what I'm saying? It takes two people to have an argument. So don't participate. That's my advice. Don't participate. And now I'm learning how I deal with narcissistic people is I erase them from my life, but I don't respond back. See, where in the past I would always respond back, but now I don't say anything. So I think that's your best bet. Get out of that relationship, but you're not going to win the fight, because they're going to throw everything back at you, tell you you're acting foolish, tell you it was only a joke, tell you you're a child, you're a baby, you can't take any criticism. So you don't say anything, and then just get out of there, okay? Whenever you can. But if you have to, if you're in the process of figuring out how to leave, and you're in this situation, I wouldn't do anything for a narcissist anyway. I wouldn't be cooking the meals and everything. Anyway, if that situation happens to me and the guy said, you can't cook, you know what I would say? This meat is horrible. This dinner, I say, fine, I can't cook. You're right. I'm not going to cook anymore. No more dinners. I can't cook. Turn it around on them. You're not arguing with them. You're just agreeing. You are right. I can't cook. You're right. I'm not going to cook dinners anymore. And then every time they say, oh, come on, where's dinner? I can't cook. I'm not going to cook. I'm no good at it. I can't do it. See, turn it around. But don't make an argument out of it. You know what I mean? Don't make it into an argument. But that's what I would do. If I was in that situation and they said that to me, I would just not cook anymore. You say I can't cook? I'm not cooking for you. You criticize my food? Fine. No problem. You're right. I can't cook. So then they'll be like, huh? They won't like, where did that come from? Like, she's agreeing with me? What? So you see what I'm saying? You turn it right back around. I wouldn't want to be in a relationship where I have to spar with people, or I have to, think. I'm not a person that, I don't want to be with people where I don't have to think You see what I'm saying? I think enough up here. My mind, my wheels is always turning, you know? I want to be with someone, what's that Billy Joel song? I love you just the way. Don't want some, intellectual conversation. I never want to work that hard. I don't know the exact words of that, but like he said, I don't want an intellectual stimulating conversation. I don't want to have to work that hard, I love to be with people that don't make me have to work. People, that don't stress me out. People I can chill with and relax with, where I don't have to spar with, people who are going to uplift me, people who are not critical. So, but I bet if you did that with the narcissist, they would be like, did you disagree with it? Did you just say, yeah, but the outcome is you don't get dinner anymore. But, you don't want to be in a relationship where you're not valued or you're not appreciated, You just, I know it's hard sometimes for people to get out of a situation because, I don't know people's circumstances and financial situation. And if you can't get out of that relationship right away, then you don't want to, ratchet it up. You just want to, that's it, It's better not to give, not to act hurt or upset or anything and just say, fine, I'm not cooking dinner anymore. That's it. Then let them get all upset. What do you mean you're not cooking dinner? Let them get all hot and heavy and upset, and you just wash your hands of it. That's all. They don't appreciate anything that you do, narcissistic people. Nothing. So, they don't care. But yeah, don't argue. Don't argue with them. Walk away. Don't fall prey to them, all right? And don't let them make you feel crazy with the gaslighting, making you feel like you're the crazy one. They do that all the time, They'll make you feel like, they'll make you feel bad, like, well, maybe I can't take a joke, or maybe, I am too sensitive, Maybe I'm this or maybe I'm not, or, No, you really can't build yourself up if you're with a narcissist. That's what I'm going to say. You can't function, all right? You just need to get out, all right? You need to get away. You need to, you really need, you need to separate from them completely. Now, I have no room in my life at all for narcissistic people. No room, okay? So, don't let them get the better of you. Don't, if you're in a situation where you can't get out, it's best to keep your corners until you can find a way out of there, They love to argue with you and they love to, they love to egg you on. But like I said, and I'll say it one more time, it takes two people to argue. It takes two people to fight. Walk away. Say anything. Don't let them see you, you start being upset or yelling or, they love it, because they got under your skin. They got you, And so just take what other people have given me for advice. If anyone says something nasty in the comments, don't respond. Don't say anything back. Just don't. They'll have no, don't. Just don't. All right? That's my advice to you. Let me know in the comments. I love you guys. I love your comments. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. And till next time, if you want me to talk about a certain topic, let me know.